Well, hello, class. I am here in my backyard. I love getting into the classroom here and there, but today I'm in my backyard and I'm excited for our language arts to get started by reading to you a chapter book. Now, what makes it a chapter book? Why do I call it a chapter book? I call it a chapter book because it is no longer one of those little picture books. This book has a list of chapters in it. Do you see all those chapters? This has 10 chapters. This book is not a really long book, so each chapter is fairly short. There are books out there like Harry Potter books that have a lot of chapters, and each chapter is lots of pages. This is a wonderful chapter book to get started with. This is a third grade reading level. However, I am reading it to you, so no matter what your reading level is, because I'm reading it to you, you are going to have no problem at all with a third grade reading level book. So I'm going to read to you just one chapter of this book today, and then all you have to do for your lesson is listen. Listen to me read this chapter. Maybe close your eyes, get comfortable, so you can really listen to the words. If there are any pictures here or there, they'll be black and white, and I will show you the pictures. But I want you to imagine in your mind, picture the story in your mind. And you're going to be hearing some characters named in the story today. Characters are the people or the animals, that in this case it will be people that the story is about. So listen for the name of the main, the most important, the most talked about characters while I'm reading today, because that is going to be your assignment. You are going to be typing into Edgenuity. You're going to be submitting to me the name of the characters that you hear in today's chapter. Okay, we'll talk about that a little bit more in just a moment. This chapter book is one of the Magic Treehouse books. It's the first Magic Treehouse book. I should have looked before, but there's a lot of Magic Treehouse books out there, and they're so fun and imaginative. So I thought it would be great to get started with the first book of the Magic Treehouse series, and this book is called Dinosaurs Before Dark. The author, the person who wrote this book, is Mary Pope Osborne. The first chapter of this book is called Into the Woods. And there we do have an illustration. See? Into the Woods, chapter 1. Help! A monster, said Annie. Yeah, sure, said Jack. A real monster in Frog Creek, Pennsylvania. Run, Jack, said Annie. She ran up the road. Oh, brother. This is what he got for spending time with his 7-year-old sister. Annie loved pretend stuff, but Jack was 8.5. He liked real things. Watch out, Jack. The monster's coming. Race you. No thanks, said Jack. Annie raced alone into the woods. Jack looked at the sky. The sun was about to set. Come on, Annie. It's time to go home. But Annie had disappeared. Jack waited. No Annie. Annie, he shouted again. Jack, Jack, come here. Jack groaned. This better be good, he said. Jack left the road and headed into the woods. The trees were lit with a golden late afternoon light. Come here, called Annie. There she was, standing under a tall oak tree. Look, she said. She was pointing at a rope ladder. The longest rope ladder Jack had ever seen. Wow, he whispered. The ladder went all the way up to the top of the tree. There at the top was a tree house. It was tucked between 2 branches. That must be the highest tree house in the world, said Annie. Who built it? Asked Jack. I've never seen it before. I don't know, but I'm going up, said Annie. No, we don't know who it belongs to, said Jack. Just for a teeny minute, said Annie. She started up the ladder. Annie, come back. She kept climbing. Got some great illustrations. I won't wait to show them to you. Jack sighed. Annie, it's almost dark. We have to go home. Annie disappeared inside the treehouse. Annie! Jack waited a moment. He was about to call again when Annie poked her head out of the treehouse window. Books! She shouted. What? It's filled with books. Oh man, Jack loved books. He pushed his gloves into place. He gripped the sides of the rope ladder, and up he went. And that's the end of chapter 1. Next, tomorrow, we'll read chapter 2. But I want you now to go back to Edgenuity, and I want you to submit. That means go up to that little blue cloud with the arrow, and where it says submission. That's a huge word, submission. Click that little button. And this time, you're not going to take a picture of anything like you'll do in math today. You're not going to upload a file. You're just going to type in the notes. Type in the name of those 2 characters we just heard about today. Now, bonus. I want to give a bonus. You just need to type in the name of those 2 characters. Spelling does not count. Give me your best spelling you can. Sound it out. Who are those 2 characters, the 2 people we just heard about in this book? But bonus, for some of you who need a little challenge, I want you to describe the characters, tell me what you know about them so far, or a bigger challenge would be to tell me what was inside the treehouse. What was in the treehouse? So the more you tell me, the better, but of course I just want you to tell me who are those 2 main characters that we just heard about. I'm excited to read chapter 2 with you tomorrow.